I pulled my card off my sister's childcare account after her son called me the family ATM in front of everyone. The charge came through at 10:42 that night. Bright Steps Aftercare upcoming auto payment $962. At 10:43, I removed my card. I did it sitting at my kitchen table with my coat still on, staring at the little favor box from my mother's retirement luncheon, and finally admitting what I had ignored for months. In my family, reliable had quietly become another word for useful. My name is Nora. I'm 36, I live outside Baltimore, and for the last year and a half I've been paying for my sister Kendra's kids to stay in aftercare. It started as one emergency month when her husband Troy's work dried up. Then it became school breaks, summer coverage, registration fees. Every time I thought it was ending, another bill appeared. I could afford it, so I kept saying yes. My mother's luncheon was supposed to be simple. I booked the room, ordered the cake, made the scrapbook, and paid for everything because I wanted her day to feel special. For a while, it did. Then Kendra's 10-year-old son, Miles, stood up with an index card and said he had written a speech for Grandma. Everyone smiled. He started sweet enough, thanking her for cookies and library trips. Then he looked down at the card and said, "And thank you to Aunt Nora for paying for today. Dad says if you can't be warm, at least you can be useful." The room went still. Before I could react, he added, "Dad says she's basically the family ATM." Someone gasped. My aunt gave a startled laugh. Troy laughed too, the kind that told me exactly where the line had come from. Kendra covered her mouth, embarrassed but not angry. My mother looked confused. Then Miles said, "Dad told me you'd get mad because your card pays for Bright Steps." That was the part that landed. Not just the insult, the exposure. A 10-year-old knew enough about their finances and my role in them to use it against me in public. Troy muttered, "Okay, buddy, enough. Like this was mildly inappropriate, not cruel." I asked him, "Did you help him write that?" "No," he said too fast. Miles frowned and said, "You told me to put the useful part." I walked out before I said something I'd regret. When I got home, I opened the billing portal, removed my card from both kids' childcare account, and texted Kendra, "I'm stepping back from Bright Steps effective immediately. I'm not paying to be disrespected through a child." By morning, I had dozens of missed calls. My mother said, "He's a child." I said, "Then why did he know my card pays for their aftercare?" Kendra said, "What am I supposed to do this afternoon?" I said, "Ask the adults who taught him to call me an ATM." Troy called it a joke. That only made it clearer. A joke is what people call contempt when it finally costs them something. I didn't stop helping because of one speech. I stopped because that speech revealed everything. I wasn't their safety net. I was their plan. They figured it out. Troy rearranged work. Kendra changed shifts. The kids moved to a cheaper program. Life did not collapse. It became their responsibility again. Months later, Miles sent me a note saying he was sorry. It wasn't perfect, but it was more accountability than I ever got from his father. That luncheon didn't ruin my family. It revealed it. And once a child stands in a bright room and calls you useful instead of loved, you stop confusing support with family. You realize it was a gift all along, and gifts can be taken back the moment people start acting like they're owed.